What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, today is Sunday morning, which means markets are pretty much stagnant for the most part here. Lots of cryptocurrencies seem to be intertwined, at least with the market cycles of the S&P 500, which means when the S&P 500 is closed, we usually don't see much movement within the major cryptocurrencies. And because it's a weekend, we're not really seeing much movement. But we do have a few things we need to discuss and go over, as they are showing good signs of potentially seeing more movement to the upside, and that we can pretty much confirm that the bear market we've been in for over a year now has officially closed, and we're entering the second phase of a 3-cycle formation on most of the major cryptocurrencies, which is definitely good news if you ask me. Now, moving forward, we will be looking at XRP, which is clearly reversing lower here. I have good reason to explain why this is happening, and I understand, or I know exactly why it's happening here, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in today's video. We're also going to be looking at Ethereum, which is hitting its top resistance here at the price ceiling, and that is causing markets to kind of dip lower here, as we're not really having much success breaking through it. However, if we extend this out, we could say, hey, maybe we broke through some sort of descending flag and we could be heading to the upside. But we'll look at it a little bit closer on in today's video and kind of figure out where exactly we are. And you could also see on Bitcoin here, we are consolidating inside of this too, so we do have to kind of figure out where exactly this is moving. Clearly, there is a price ceiling at 28.6, and when and if we break through this, then we know we could, potentially swing to the upside here. Now, moving forward from Bitcoin, looking at the S&P 500, this is also very exciting news to me, because the S&P has officially broken outside of its beautiful bull flag formation here, descending triangle. You have the clear pole, the descending triangle here, or the descending fractal, my apologies, and then the prominent breakout that is continuing the continuation pattern to the upside here, which should hopefully allow things like Bitcoin and Ethereum to follow through and also head up to the upside here. So I'm very excited. But with all that being said, though, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button if you haven't already, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see on the channel, the past couple of videos, we've been pretty much tracking breakouts that have recently started and movements to the upside here. You can see for the most part, after the bull flag breakout that happened on XRP, we started to see symmetrical triangles, which broke us yet again to the upside here. And then we've confirmed another bull flag on the S&P 500, which has broken to the upside too, which is also some very exciting news and movements that should hopefully allow prices to continue to sway to the upside here. But looking at the overall coin market crab, that's the new name for this right now, you can see top 10 cryptocurrencies don't look all that bad, but we are seeing the consolidation because it's the weekend, as we discussed. You can see yesterday moving into today, we're seeing a lot of this flatline movement here on a lot of the major cryptocurrencies because it's Sunday here. And because it's the weekend, movement kind of stagnates and falls short, as I've explained before. So it's really no surprise we're not seeing much movements today, but come next week, we will be seeing that big volume injection back into the markets, and we'll pick up where we left off on Friday. Now, moving forward and looking at things like XRP, the clear-cut reason as to why we're seeing the market kind of teeter-totter lower is for a few reasons. Granted, when we were trading at 58 cents, not only were we extremely overbought, I mean, we rejected all the way and corrected all the way down to 54 cents, and we're still overbought. When we were at 58 cents, we were extremely overbought, but we're also kind of retesting a bit of a resistance here, which you can see in the past, we've kind of drawn where these problem zones are in regards to price ceilings, and you can see we kind of almost retested that. But the main culprit for the rejection is clearly the weekly moving average here. You can clearly see the price retesting this off one weekly candle. We're trying to break through it. It didn't have the stamina to continue to do that. We were overbought when we were trending this high. So we did confirm closure below, right at major resistance here. That corrected us a little bit lower here, which is no problem at all. And hopefully next week we can continue this movement to the upside here. However, we could start to see a bit of uncertainty and a bit of volume and a bit of volatility as we trend sideways. Regardless, though, we are in a good position here. We did buy in, as you know, at 38 cents on the dot. And since then, we have rallied all the way up, making huge profits, still holding, not selling short in any sense here, which we've talked about many weeks ago here. Once we've confirmed the breakout outside of this, that's when we confirmed a buying opportunity. As I've discussed before, there is a 3-cycle formation that lasts over a period of 4 years, which was very easy to figure out. We have an uncertainty period, which you can see is right here. You can see another one is right here. And then here is the next one that we have just entered. We then have, after the uncertainty, we have the bull run. Here's the bull run, and we're looking for the bull run right here. And then we have the bear market, a bear market here, and then we'll see the bear market kind of like this. And this is kind of how the cycle moves. It takes approximately 4 years to complete itself, but ideally we do have 3 cycle formations here. So from here to here took about, this says 170 bars. I don't know exactly. This is 170 weeks. I can't do the math off the top of my head. 5, 10, 15, almost about a little less than 4 years here. And then continuing further, we have this one from here to here is about 134 bars, a little over, I believe it was 54 weeks in a year, 5, 10, 15, almost 3 years here. Maybe it's a little different with XRP, but approximately 3 to 4 years is the average movement here. But you can see we have a cyclical pattern here where we have the beautiful bull market break. So we have the uncertainty. This is an uncertainty period where the market kind of just figures itself out, but there is volume enough to trade. Then we have a beautiful bull run. That's what we capitalize on. Then we have the consolidation as the bear market takes over. That's the longest point. And we have it yet again, the uncertainty period here, the bull market, then we have the bear market, and then we enter yet again another uncertainty period. And it's very trackable and it's very easy. And how we were able to capitalize off this run in the past, let me just delete these, was very simple. We discussed, just like last time, the clear downtrend that we've drawn in purple here. Once we can break out of this, that's the buy-in opportunity. Once we break out of here, we typically rally right back up to moving average, which you can see is right here. Well, flash forward to what's been happening recently. And we have a beautiful descending triangle. You can see in purple. We discussed the second we confirm a weekly candle outside of this downtrend here, that's when we'll buy in. And that's when we'll just put a position in of just holding on long term. You can see we confirmed right here. And guess what? A few weeks later, we have now rallied all the way up to moving average. And after that, you can see what happens after that is we do end up typically seeing rallies. So there's a chance this is kind of the phase we're at. You can see like this, so maybe we're now hitting it, and then we'll see maybe some consolidation again, and then we'll break through it. It's very possible, but without a doubt, we're retesting that, and there's a good chance we've now officially entered, I believe, the uncertainty period, which will cause this movement, something like that, to happen. So we should see some movements like this, which is huge volume opportunities here, and it's just a good idea to hold on long term because I believe the bull market is next up, which is very exciting. Obviously, we do all of our XRP trades on BidFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. We can buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits, everything you could possibly think of on XRP specifically. Not many exchanges that I know of have that, and that's why I've been using BidFi exclusively for years now at this point, over 2 years, maybe even 3 years, going on 3 years here. They offer XRP, which not many exchanges offer. They also have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Chainlink, Cardano, all the other altcoins that you guys know of. Another cool feature is they have a demo account, which gives you 100 grand in Monopoly money to test your skills. It allows you to get familiar with the website as well as get familiar with trading, so it's risk-free. There's no risk involved with using Monopoly money to test out your skills. So not only is a website free to sign up, but you can use a demo account risk-free too. So you literally have nothing to use, and there's nothing to lose, and there's no excuse as to why you shouldn't be having a BidFi account. With that being said, link is down in the description. What's also super cool is if you do decide to use the link in the description, click welcome rewards after, and you can earn up to $2,888 for free just by signing up. Another cool feature is if you've already signed up months ago before they added the welcome rewards, you're not missed out. They didn't forget about you. You can still click welcome rewards and earn most of those rewards if you haven't already. You can see I click it right here, and you can see they offer tons of rewards. I've claimed a few of them, some I haven't just yet, but definitely recommend you doing this because it's free money that you're leaving on the table. So make sure to check that out. But moving forward from that, looking at moving away from XRP, let me just reset the chart here. After this bull flag formation here, we'll probably have a little more consolidation. Maybe we'll come down, but ideally we'll move back to the upside at some point or another. But moving forward from XRP, looking at things like Ethereum and Bitcoin here, these are where things get a little bit more complicated because we're inside an ascending fractal, which could continue to move us to the upside here. We did rebound off the MACD, which is good news, and we are trading at about 56 on the RSI. The problem is, though, that we are near the top. We are near a bit of a resistance here, and there's more opportunity for us to drop down than there is for us to move up. So that's a scary part. As I've said before, I don't like to trade inside channels here. It's just too risky. I'd rather wait for an opportunity to break us above this, and then we'll leverage to the upside here. But I'm just kind of sitting here. So if you want to play on the possibilities of a short opportunity here, it is an aggressive trade. I'm not going to take part in it, but ideally, if we can confirm closure above this resistance on the daily here, then I will buy in and leverage to the upside. Same thing goes with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's hitting a bit of a resistance up here. Typically, you can see we've kind of ping-ponged off this for the most part here. So there's a good chance, again, we could see correction. We kind of have the same pattern, stair-stepping, and we are retesting MACD right now. So if I was a betting man, I'd expect to see a drop like this before we continue upwards. But who knows at this point here, we could probably get a better overview on the weekly as to what maybe exactly is happening here. There's maybe some sort of uptrend we could probably leave on. You could see it just like this. It's actually pretty easy to see the uptrend forming here. And we could probably find the same thing on Ethereum too, but it is overall a bit risky and not something that I really want to play around with here. You can see there was some sort of fractal forming here. Let me just tweak this ever so slightly, and we kind of broke out of that, and now we're trending on top of it. But these are just overall aggressive trades to take, to partake in. So I will be sitting those out. But ideally, looking at the S&P, surprisingly, we broke bullish outside of a major bull flag formation here, which means we still have a long ways to go. We're going to be heading right up to 41.76, maybe even higher. Definitely a possibility, but we are heading up, which is huge news, exciting. We pretty much figured that was going to happen because we were creating these higher lows, hoping and praying that we were, and now we did. So expect to see another rally like this, and then we'll come back down a little bit lower than the previous one, and we should hopefully continue the pattern like this. This is the ideal look that I'm looking for here. We've broken outside of this, descending fractal, and now we're heading to the upside here, which is huge news. As long as we can stay inside the white bands, then we really have nothing to worry about. So I am excited, and we do look very, very, very prominent for more movements to the upside here within the S&P. We are recovering. But with all that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.